All right, welcome back to the farm. It is very, very hot. It is actually just miserable here. So, my chickens now, my white leghorns, my little banty rooster that's in there, and my two black Asian chickens, they are now 3 months old. It won't be much longer, probably a couple of weeks now or so. My hens should start maturing out, and hopefully we'll start getting some eggs out of them. They're kind of checking out the guineas area because we opened that up to let the guineas kind of get out and roam around. The guineas are about 2.5 months old now. I kind of feel like, I know most people wouldn't just let them out this early, but we've had so much rain here this week. I mean, the last 3 days, it has stormed each afternoon, and between the last 3 days, we've got about 3.5 inches of rain. So their little area has been just a complete mess, and to be honest with you, it stinks. So they're big enough now. I'm gonna kind of give them that fight or flight option, honestly. I just hate to keep them cooped up when it's so hot like this. I mean, the chickens can kind of roam around. The chickens have gotten real good about knowing where they can and can't go. And the chickens put themselves up at night in their new coop, which I still don't have siding on because I'll be honest with you, it's just too hot for me to get out here and mess around with it. So we just let the guineas out. I mean, they're big enough now and they can fly pretty good. I mean, they've been able to fly for a long time, but and they're quick. They're faster now than they were, a month ago. So if they find themselves over in the goat pen where Izzy and Willow, they keep a close watch on these birds because they'd like to get a hold of them. But I feel like if they found themselves over there, they're fast enough, they can fly. I really feel like they should be able to get away from one of the dogs. Now, if a dog gets one of them, I mean, that sucks. But I just don't feel like... Oh, what's up, Rooster? He's got his days mixed up. He loves to crow in the afternoons and evenings, but not much in the morning. But anyways, I kind of feel like the guineas are... I kind of just want them to be able to, I don't know, I guess fend for themselves. I guess if there's no better way to put it. And I think they'll do fine. I mean, this is their second day now that we've let them out like this. Yesterday it was raining quite a bit, so they didn't really get out. But today they've pretty much been out. And the chickens have been over there checking out where the guineas have been for the last month and a half. But so far everyone's getting along real well. Last time we did this, the chickens pretty much ganged up on the guineas, but the guineas weren't as big as they are now. So that's what really makes me think that these guineas are probably at the point where they could really fend for themselves if they found themselves in a spot that they didn't want to be in. I will say I'm not super impressed with the guineas. I mean, of course, like I said, they're still just 2.5 months old, but they are not a smart bird by any stretch of means. They're kind of dumb. Like this guy over here, he's got himself, I mean, if he could just figure out he can walk around this other chicken coop, he can be back over here with his buddies. I mean, there's nothing keeping them separated, but which I know this is what guineas do. I mean, they'll walk up and down a fence line or anything until they figure out how to get over it or get around it. So, but that's just kind of a little update on the chickens. I'm real anxious to start seeing these hens lay. These black Asians should start. They should be laying brown eggs, and they're actually pretty good producers, about right in line with the leghorns as far as average eggs a year you'll get out of them, in that neighborhood of 200 to 250. So I'm pretty excited to see how they do. Haven't gotten any more chickens. Kind of been, if I'm gonna get any more chickens from this point, I would just as soon buy full growns, ones that don't need to be under a heat lamp. I don't really want to raise any chicks up right now. So, and who knows, you know, we got 2 roosters in here with these chickens. So, I mean, you know, I don't know how broody these Black Asians will be. I know the Leghorns aren't very at all. I mean, they'll lay and pretty much go about their day. So, you never know. We might end up with some baby chicks before it's all over with. And if we do, fine, I'll let these chickens here raise them up. I don't intend to interfere or anything like that. So, because I honestly just don't have a lot of free time. Anyways, we can kind of walk over here. You'll have to ignore my mess. This week I've actually been in school. I am currently in a truck driving school program to get my CDL, which I already have my CDL permit. So I got another week or so to go to have my, then I'll have my CDL. Then I'm gonna kind of explore the trucking world, I think. So here's some of our little ones. Let's see, this little guy walking up to me right here, that's one of Reba's boys. The 2 behind him there, that's their mom there, Phoebe. They all look alike. That little girl over there, that is Reba's that's her daughter. And Reba is out there munching on some grass. She's pretty good about that. She'll spend every kind of free minute she has really out there foraging around. And we got Kiko here. She wants to get in on the show. She's like, "What's up?" This is our Kiko crossed with a boar. We just call her Kiko, or Kiko B. She's kind of stuck, and so that's what she goes by. She's pretty friendly. Actually, she's super friendly. And kind of sometimes that B stands for, well, I think you know, because she pretty much rules the girls' paddock here. It's her way or no way, so they all kind of respect her. That's her daughter right here, Daisy. She's pretty much just like her mom in that, you know, her cousins don't really give her too much trouble. So these 2 over here trying to play around a little bit. I will say the one thing about raising goats is when they're little like this, they're a lot of fun to watch because they'll get pretty rambunctious sometimes and run and play. And that's why we got a few things out there, a couple of them barrels they can jump around on and play around on, and it keeps them entertained, and it's entertaining to watch them. Ain't that right? Believe it or not, old Kiko here, she's had 2 litters for us. She's kidded twice now here, and she's real good, even with everybody else's kids. Everybody kind of learns early you don't really mess with her and pretty much just stay away from her. So everybody gets along. There's old Willow. Hi, Willow. I know it's hot. The dogs have a little pool over here that they like to get in. Especially Izzy. She really likes getting in that little kiddie pool. They don't really much lay in it. They just like to stand in it. I guess it cools their feet off. So, all right. Well, just kind of wanted to give a little update, shoot a little video. It's probably been hard to hear me with that rooster crowing the entire time. He ain't made a sound since I've been home. I come down here and all he does is holler at me. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.